nice to meet you all. It's one of the best things I like about this is I get to meet all the people of Roseburg. I've been with Rio Networks 2.5 years and pretty much been entrenched in rebuilding and changing the way that Rio did business. So it's nice to meet you all tonight. So one of the other things I was working on while we were changing the way that Rio did business is we were working on a business incubator and data center grant. We were in works on this for about 1.5 years, and obviously it went in our favor, and we have a great gift for our community. So let's see here. So the first thing, obviously, that was already stated is this is granted to the Cow Creek Band of Umpqua Tribe of Indians. The project has been is now being driven by a construction committee. I'm part of that construction committee, as well as Brian Boswell with the UIUC, Ron Doan, and Lonnie Rainville, and several others. We are about, as you see up top, this was awarded in November of 2009. And we are now just releasing the first RFPs for the design phase of the data center. So that's design and engineering of the data center and the incubator. We'll go into a little bit more about the data center as well. One of the great things about this is to stretch those $2.75 million, the tribe is going to be very involved in utilizing their own internal resources to add, to use those employees to help with the tear down, the new construction, the general contracting, and the whole 9 yards. So we're going to get a lot more bang for our buck out of this deal. So far, I hope everybody knows about this, and again, that's why I'm here more for tonight, is just to let everybody know about it. This is a community project, and we're needing help from the community to make this successful. That's what a business incubator is all about. It's about the community, and it's about growing the community. It's about growing business. So the incubator has also formed a community group, and again, these people also are involved to help promote the community involvement, and also to hopefully get out there and get feedback from the community and bring it back to us. We meet once a month, and all of these individual businesses that you see on the board up there are participants in helping in a lot of great ways. Currently, they're actually helping to work on a business plan for the incubator and some marketing. They're visiting other incubators around Oregon, including myself and others, and just finding out what not to do, and also what works best in a business incubator. So we're getting schooled on that. So what is the incubator, and what are we trying to do with it? So it's basically 12,500 square feet is the upstairs of the building. I'm sure everybody knows where the building's at. If you don't, it's right across from the Visitors Center. It's a 2-story building. We're looking at 28 to 30 offices to where actual incubator tenants would come in to the facility. Obviously, we're looking at doing it up really nice, so the inside's going to be built for incubators and for their support and for their success. We're going to offer receptionist services, conferencing services, all the copy machines and print machines and everything else that it takes to do business that starting businesses really can't afford, and it should be high technology stuff too. 2,500 square foot community connect center, so not only a area that people can meet, but also we can rent this out to provide extra income to the incubator and help its success. We're going to have 5 public access computers where people can actually walk in who can't afford computers and can use those computers and printers and other things within the facility as well. And of course, we're going to be connected to the world with HD telepresence systems as well. And please stop me at any time if you have any questions, by the way. The high-tech, obviously this originally was developed around a high-tech focus, bringing high-tech to the industry, bringing creative arts to the industry, those types of things that maybe aren't currently here. For those of you who don't know, I come from Portland, and it's kind of a bummer to see all these young kids moving away from Roseburg when they graduate high school, and we're hoping to bring that technical savvy back to the area and that creative savvy back to the area, and keep some of these younger kids here and help develop that community and that culture. So as we started getting into this, we realized it's really not just about the high tech and the creative. It's about the community, and that's why the community group has been formed to help us decide what it is that we're going to be doing with this facility. And already there are already some other grants that can be attached to this that we've found that the Incubator will help other grants and other events or things already going on, especially with the college and their ability to their classes to work with new businesses and entrepreneurs. So obviously Roseburg brings an incredible quality of life, and some people may not agree with that, but I come from Portland again, and I would not move back if I have my choices. The quality of life here is incredible for my kids, incredible for the community, and I hope others understand that, and we can attract people from Portland and California and other areas to bring their businesses here to help everybody out and help this community continue to grow. So anyways, again, we're asking for community input, and we appreciate that wherever we can get it. I do have cards available for everybody when we're done. If they'd like to email me information or anything you'd like to make sure that I bring up in our weekly and monthly meetings, I'd like to do that. Sorry. Am I going backwards now? Okay, so very hard to see, but basically this is the first rendition of the data center, the business incubator. So we'll go ahead and skip through that. The next is the data center. So a lot of people don't understand what data centers are, what they do, and what kind of businesses and community they attract. So I don't know if anybody's familiar with Google and the recent data center that has been built in the Columbia Gorge, Hood River, Dalles area. I'm not sure if you heard about the recent Facebook in Prineville. Those are opportunities that unfortunately we didn't get to participate in, and with this data center we can participate in those kind of opportunities. It is a big thing. So we basically, I'll go into the next thing, but companies like Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Cisco, public safety is now required to have backup disaster recovery centers, and that's what these things provide. The FCC mandated disaster recovery for medical, baking, video on demand. I don't know if any are into the new TV where you actually just go online and you can download your movies now, but those places need a place to store their huge servers, that huge information. And we also need a place to access the super internet highway. We really don't have that in Roseburg, and this will bring all of the major providers to our area to access that super internet highway. So again, it's going to be a fun thing, and if there's any more questions about that, we'll go into that. But basically, we've got a 5,000 square foot facility. A lot of you may not think that's very large, but that's 172 19-inch racks by 6 foot tall that you fill with server equipment. So that's a lot of space, and with the new, more condensed servers, that's a lot of information that can be stored. We're currently working with the power company to get some very, very high quantities of power into the building. It requires special conditioning as far as air conditioning. We're looking at doing some natural resources, pulling the air from the ground and doing a very, very large water duct underneath I don't know if you're all aware, but there's a very, very large driveway out there or parking facility out there that we can bury all that tube to pull that cold water from the ground and cool it that way. We were looking into solar. From what I understand, we're now working with the city and trying to ride up on a contract or a grant that they're working on for solar, so we're hoping to get some solar into the facility as well for power generation.